Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to the show Coffee with CEO by CEO Club Pakistan and Management House. So we are the pioneers in telling the stories of top entrepreneurs of Pakistan who are doing wonders here in Pakistan and globally as well. So please welcome Safirul Haq from Karachi, who is the founder and CEO for Indus Automation. And there is a lot to tell about Safir because he is the consultant for Rapoo. That's the world's second largest brand for computer peripherals.
Yep.
And then he's also the consultant for Avita, the Japanese company, and Vio, the Japanese company. And Avita is developing the first blockchain laptops.
Yep.
Lots in your plate, Safir.
Yeah, lots in my bucket, but let me start with my introduction. My name is Safirul Haq. I am the CEO and founder of Indus Office Automation, which is a 25-year-old company. We started off in '98 with the software, and later on we converted to hardware. Today we are a tier 1 e-com partner for big brands like HP, Dell and Lenovo in Pakistan. We run their e-commerce show in Pakistan. Along with that, we are also partners with Classera in Pakistan. Along with that, we are about to introduce a Hungarian product named as Booker, which is a software product, an app product.
What do that do?
Yeah, we are. Booker is an app for kids.
Okay.
To build their reading habits. All those stories you may have read in your childhood, for example, Red Riding Hood, Cinderella and all these stories are converted into a pictorial form. So Booker is an app for kids to re-establish the habit of reading along with pictures.
Okay.
So that's an app for kids, which we will be launching inshallah in January.
So pictorial Kindle, you can say.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. So there are 8,000 books already uploaded over there.
Wow.
And we will be launching that on Daraz by January, inshallah, 2024.
Good luck.
Yeah,
thank you for bringing the habit back of reading to the kids, na?
Yeah, thank you.
So now let's talk about the brands which you sell here and across the globe under your company.
So basically, we
name them: HP, Dell, Lenovo. Yeah, there's a lot which you are doing.
Around 8 to 9 brands. We are either working as e-com partner or as a consultant. HP, Dell, Lenovo, Booker, Classera, Avita, Vio, Rapoo, and there are a couple of more to come. Like very soon, we will be launching 2 more brands. They are Chinese brands, and we will be launching them in Pakistan.
So you're working with Japanese, Chinese, and like American. A lot on your plate. So how's is it easier to deal with all of them?
As I was telling you offline, what we need in Pakistan or anywhere in the world, you need to change the gears. So every culture has their own dynamics. They have their own dynamics. And we need to understand their culture and then work with them. So it takes a bit of time understanding the culture, but as quickly you change the gears, you are able to run the show.
Changing gear is what's required. That's what you are saying now.
Exactly.
All right. So where do you see your company 5 years down the road? Dealing with more brands or getting more nations inside it and selling the computer things through via e-commerce?
So in last 2 years post-COVID, we have diversified from numbers to impact.
Okay.
So we are following the philosophy of impact. If we are making an impact in the society, the numbers will follow.
For sure.
That's the philosophy we are following right now. So everything and anything what we are planning to do or we are doing right now, we judge the success on the impact we are creating in the society. For example, e-commerce. When we started off e-commerce, nobody was offering free shipping to 5,000 towns in Pakistan. With all these stores what we have in e-commerce, like HP Shop.pk and remaining, we are offering free of cost delivery in 5,000 towns in Pakistan. We are offering free of cost BNPL services, which is called buy now pay later service, interest free across Pakistan.
Means a 10,000 rupee laptop will be for 10,000 only. You won't be charging any extra.
No, we won't be charging any commission on that, any interest on that.
Okay.
So the customer will get the same price on cash. The customer will get the same price on credit for 6 months. For 6 months.
That's wow.
So that's what BNPL is. So we are following the philosophy of impact. So anything and everything we are interested to do or we are doing is impactful. It has to be impactful to change the society, to create an impact. And what we believe, once we create that impact, the numbers automatically follows.
Okay, now you talked about the e-commerce here in Pakistan, but you are doing lots of e-commerce across the globe as well. Name the countries where you are selling all these brands, and then what do you say about?
So since we are consulting, we are enabling partners globally to do e-commerce globally in other regions as well. For example, MENA.
MENA? Doing all MENA?
No, that's what I'm saying. We are enabling partners as a consultant to do e-commerce over there.
You help them out.
Yeah, we enable them. We set up them the system to run the show.
And then they run the show.
Yeah, they run the show. And the two regions which we focus right now is MENA and Asia Pacific.
Both are like quite big.
They are big.
Any success stories where you are very proud of? Oh wow, we have done a great job there.
Okay, so the biggest success story which will be coming soon, that will be for Pakistan.
Okay.
So it will be from within the sector of education tech, and we will be focusing on students which are out of school in Pakistan, and the number is huge, that is 5 crore students not studying in school. So that is one thing we are focusing on, and inshallah by next year we will be launching a great plan, and hopefully we will launch it at your CEO Club Summit.
Inshallah, why not?
By then we will be ready.
And we proudly will be saying that we did this for the kids of the Pakistan.
We did this.
And the first story will be from Pakistan.
Yeah, because what I believe is that Pakistan is the land of opportunity because nobody is doing nothing. Everybody is trying to pull the legs.
Yes.
So what I believe, how Pakistan is the land of opportunity, because there's a lot of potential which needs to be done.
Okay.
But it's not happening with the pace and the quantity as our quantity says. Like we are 240 million people, but the impact is not that about we are not creating the impact of 240 million for the globally. So we need to convert that. The change has already started with things happening like you guys are doing, with all the CEOs bringing them together on one platform and collaborating.
Not only from Pakistan, but across the globe as well. From London, Switzerland, Japan, but with Norway. We are trying to bring as many Pakistani entrepreneurs to the club.
So when you start seeing the world as one country, that's where the connectivity comes. That's where you start understanding cultures, and that's where you start bringing in change.
I really love the phrase you said before this interview, that the Pakistani GDP growth is 2%, the rest of the world is on 6%.
Yeah.
Repeat it.
So what I was telling her offline was that if somebody, like last year we only had the growth of 0.26%.
Yes.
Last year it was just 0.26% in Pakistan. If somebody working in Pakistan and putting all his effort, he cannot grow more than that. But global growth, global GDP was more than 6%.
Imagine.
So if you are working globally, or you are even having an impact with the global economy, you will always earn more. So what you need to do is to grow out of Pakistan boundaries, start thinking globally, and then the money will automatically start to follow.
And this is for all industries. Whoever is making anything.
This is across the industries, across all forms of the businesses. And today we are living in a globalized world. The globalization has its full impact after post-COVID. You can work anywhere. You can around 6,000 people are remotely working in US from Pakistan, and Dell is one of the companies which sends money through Dell.com. So that's something which is happening over here. You can work globally, you can get a job globally, you can have businesses globally. So things can do wonders at this point of time. The age we are living in, we can create a lot of impact by just thinking global.
Now please do that force country square thing as well, because that will be a very good.
So I was just having a thought about that which cities or which countries which will be having more impact in the global economy in the
next decade,
next 5 years or next decade. So what I thought was a square which was Doha, Riyadh, Berlin and Moscow. And the reason was, you have seen the growth of Qatar with World Cup, Football World Cup.
Yes.
They invested $250 billion. They brought the world, they showed the world what they are. They have built education city where they are offering.
And they've done it in their own way.
Yeah, they have done it with their own principles.
Yes.
With their own culture.
Not dominated by any world power.
They were not dominated by them. They have built education city in Qatar.
Yes.
They are offering free of cost education to Pakistanis. Also giving them 5,000 dirhams per month to every student who qualifies for that education. So that's the impact Qatar is creating. Secondly, you talk about Riyadh. Riyadh is the biggest investor in the startup investments happening in this region. So you need to see Riyadh as the center of growth for startups. Then you have Berlin, that's the most industrialized country in Europe. And feeds the entire Europe.
Yes.
And then it's Moscow, You have petrodollars coming in from all over the world, and nobody is off. There are sanctions on Moscow, so they need everything.
Everything.
So when you complete the dots, you will definitely earn money.
I think so. That's the punchline for today.
Thank you.
Okay, now my next is e-commerce was a dream a decade back.
Yeah.
And then you came in. And you started all this a decade back.
No,
And after COVID, it's like a wow thing.
So, just looking like a wow.
Just looking like a wow.
Right now, because we have doubled the number in last 2 years. Post-COVID,
you and the rest of the world.
The overall e-commerce industry sales was 3.2 billion.
Okay.
And it has now converted to $6.4 billion. Overall, Pakistan overall Pakistan e-commerce industry stands on $6.4 billion. It includes everything which is sold on e-commerce in Pakistan. So it has doubled. So that's how the growth came post-COVID, because people started buying online. It's easier for them to buy online.
Isn't it like that this could be more as well?
So that's what I'm saying. This is just 2% of the total retail industry. So 6.4 multiplied by 98% is the retail. So the potential of growth is 98% left.
Agreed. Woo.
So that's why I say that Pakistan is the land of opportunity. Nobody is grabbing this opportunity. It's an open space. You come and work and grab this 98% in any industry for e-commerce. So how I started when Daraz came in 2014. So Munib, who was then CEO of Daraz, brought me in for e-com of computing. As a vendor. And that's where my relationship with e-commerce started. And we are still tier 1 partners for Daraz in many brands. For we work with Alibaba Daraz very, very closely. Yeah.
So now let's talk about Safir.
Okay.
No company,
no
nothing.
Okay.
So who's Safir? You in 2 lines or 2 points or anything which you would like to tell about yourself?
So basically, as shared with you offline, my history goes back when I was 14. I had to start my business. I started working as a web developer at the age of 14. I used to sell websites for $100 at that time.
14-year-old was selling a website for $100.
Yeah. That's because one of my cousins wrote a script which helped me earn that, and I was really thankful to him at that time because he gave me that script to make. No, that was a JavaScript actually. Through which I used to
technical help.
Yeah, technical help. He helped me, and I was good at sales at that time, so I started selling that off. So that's how I started earning at that time. And then I landed into hardware, and later on we got affiliated with all these brands, and all these brands got onboarded with us for offline business, channel business. So for 15 years we were just doing channel business. After 2015, as I shared before, that we started working with Daraz, and with Daraz we came into the e-com industry, and we diverted our all offline business to e-commerce. So, and the meanwhile you were studying as well. You said that you did how many courses in MBA? So the working early doesn't mean that you weren't studying. Yeah, that's the greatest thing happened to me, which serves me well till date. I did around 74 courses.
Are you serious? 70 course?
Yeah, you can verify that from ICRA University.
I will.
Yeah, because I joined the ICRA University in 2003. And I left in ICRA University with the degree.
Hey Safir, pause. So you were like in the process of making a company, and then you were doing
so company was formed in 98.
Okay.
I started working in hardware in 2001. Okay. And then I started working in the channel business, which is the traditional channel business of sales of these hardware brands. And in 2014, when Daraz came in, I landed into e-commerce. So that's the journey. But along with that, I studied till 2007. And I did each and every course which was available for masters in ICRA University.
You said I'll be doing it.
And I only left when one of the students called me an uncle. That was the reason I left. I left studying, and I asked for this. This is too much. Yeah. So I was getting married in 2007. So at that time I left the university. So I used to go to university. I used to feel that I will be among my age people, and I will learn the things what they are doing apart from the industry, because I was connected to the industry. I used to work. So there was a time when I used to work 16 hours a day. And because half of the time I used to be in the university, and half of the I never used to have any weekends, because I used to have classes on weekends since 8 in the morning till 5 in the evening. So that was too tough for me, but that actually helped my growth actually.
So 2 qualities of Safir who made you as a leader, or because
ability to absorb change.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
You absorb change very quickly.
Yeah. No, you need to develop this ability.
Yes.
Nobody has this ability.
For sure.
But once you consciously develop this ability to absorb change, because the only constant thing in this world is change. Yes. So number two is very tough. I need to think of it. I don't have it right now. But if you are ready to change, you can adopt anything and you can be successful at anything.
Define leadership in the smallest possible way. Yes.
Leadership is actually implementation and execution of a vision. It's not about implementing what you want. It's about implementing a vision which is not seen by many.
Okay.
Which is not seen by many. Which most of the masses are not looking at.
How do you want to improve yourself as a leader?
So my idea would be to create an impact in the society which lasts a little longer than myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to leave a legacy behind, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I want to create an impact. And I said that I diversified from my core business 2 years ago, and I started following an impact. And that's the philosophy of my business. If you are creating an impact, the numbers will follow automatically.
2 hobbies of Safirul Haq.
So hobby is to read.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You read books?
I read different global articles actually.
You don't read books now?
I don't read books. I was never fond of books.
ऐसे तो नहीं
I was never fond of books.
Excuse me?
Yeah, exactly. I was never fond of books. Even at the university level, I never used to buy books. I used to go to the lecture and I used to make my own notes. And I was never fond of books. And I believe the knowledge lies in actually
understanding the content.
It's actually understanding the logic.
Logic and content.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's actually understanding the logic of anything and everything. If you understand that, you will be able to execute.
Number 2 hobby?
Number 2 hobby will be again to
create an impact.
Yeah.
नहीं भाई कोई सच्ची वाली अपनी personal hobby बताइए.
So I recently, like 6 months ago, I started off playing again.
Which one?
Like I was always fond of cricket, and for last 20 years I was not playing any game because I was so much involved in business.
So you are in sports now?
Yeah, I'm basically in sports now. So it took 3 months for me to be bowling fit. And after 3 months I started playing volleyball again.
Oh.
So just last week I had a game of volleyball, and my goal is to be football fit again. To play football, like fierce game.
You used to before.
Yeah, I used to play
before.
That. Yeah, so I have to be football fit. So I have lost a lot of like kilos from my tummy. Now I want to lose more to be football fit in next 6 months.
Inshallah, wish you good luck.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, where do you see yourself 5 years down the road as in a person transformation?
Okay.
You talk a lot about personal transformation. 5 साल बाद कहाँ देखते हैं खुद को?
So 5 साल बाद मैं ऐसी जगह पे अपने आप को देखना चाहता हूँ जहाँ पर मैं यंग लीडर्स को एम्पावर करूँ to bring a change. To bring a change. तो क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ डॉक्टर का बेटा डॉक्टर बनता है मोस्टली, मतलब मैं मैसेस की बात कर रहा हूँ. इंजीनियर का बेटे को इंजीनियर बनाया जाता है, हालांकि उसके अंदर वो इंजीनियर बनने की कोई खासियत नहीं होती. और मैंने अपनी फैमिली में भी और बहुत सारी जगहों पे ये देखा है कि उन बच्चों के करियर और जिंदगियां तबाह हो गई जस्ट बिकॉज कि उनको इस तरह पुश किया जाता है. तो मैं चाहता हूं कि मैं इनेबल करूं यंग जनरेशन को जिसमें उनका पोटेंशियल हो और वो अपनी अपनी चीजों में इंपैक्ट क्रिएट करें. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया 2 साल पहले मैं चाहता था मेरे बच्चे मुझ जैसे बने, मैं अब चाहता हूं मेरे जैसे ना बने, वो अपने जैसे बने, वो अपने आप को फाइंड आउट करें कि वो उनकी कैपेसिटी. मैं बचपन मैं पूरी जिंदगी क्रिकेट खेलता रहा, मेरा बेटा फुटबॉल खेलता है, ऐसे ही क्योंकि उसको फुटबॉल में मजा आता है, तो मैं उसको क्रिकेट नहीं खिलवाना चाहता. That's 2 regrets of your life. I don't see any regret. I see learning, and I see success. कि either अगर कोई चीज में मैं कामयाब नहीं होता तो वो learning होती है, और अगर किसी में कामयाब होता हूं तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह that's the success. What is success to Safirul Haq? Success is impact. Success is actually impact. Success is not numbers. Success is not money. Success is nothing. Success is impact. और कई दफा you can see the impact after 10 years or a decade or 5 years. Or exactly. Sometimes impact is not very so every obvious. My belief is, and everyone, alhamdulillah हम सब मुसलमान हैं, हमारा belief है कि हर चीज का एक right time अल्लाह की तरफ से मुखय्यर है. तो आप जज्बाती ना हो, आप जल्दी ना करें, आपका वक्त आएगा, सुकून आएगा. अगर आप में कंटेंट है, आपके कंटेंट में दम है, तो आप नीचे नहीं रह सकते. आपको ऊपर जाना ही जाना है, और वो किसी इंसान की वजह से नीचे या ऊपर नहीं जाना, अल्लाह के हुक्म पे नीचे या ऊपर जाना है. और अपने राइट टाइम पे आप अपनी जगह पे पहुंच जाएंगे।
और अगर इंसान चाहे वो तो आपको कभी थोड़ा सा भी बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते। तो आई थिंक सो दैट इज ऑल ऑन अल्लाह।
बिल्कुल।
व्हाट इज हैप्पीनेस टू सफीरुल हक?
सो हैप्पीनेस इज ब्रिंगिंग एवरीवन टुगेदर, ऑफरिंग, discussing great ideas is happiness to me. A beautiful mind, a beautiful idea actually inspires me. किसी का भी वो अगर कोई यूनिक ब्यूटीफुल आइडिया होगा तो वो मेरे लिए ब्यूटी है। वो
very different answer from the rest of the coffee with CEOs I have done.
Okay, that's thank you for that.
Your message of hope and optimism for the youth. You have to answer by looking into the camera.
So, okay. So, मैं वापस से पाकिस्तान को डिफाइन करूंगा और फिर मैं होप को डिफाइन करूंगा, क्योंकि विद पाकिस्तान वी लिव और हमारा दिल पाकिस्तान है। बहुत बुरे हालात हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, बहुत बुरे हालात हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ सिचुएशन। हम 2-3 दफा हम बातें आती हैं हम डिफॉल्ट करने वाले हैं। ये कल रात को ही हमारा एक डिस्कशन हो रहा था, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग हो रही थी कि दुनिया की सारी इकोनॉमीज जहां पर मैसेस वॉल्यूम ऑफ लोग रहते हैं वो ग्रोथ पे चली गई हैं।
ठीक है।
जिसमें चाइना नंबर 1, इंडिया नंबर 2 और जितनी भी इकोनॉमीज है जहां पॉपुलेशन नहीं, इंडोनेशिया, वियतनाम, ठीक है, ये ग्रोथ पे चली गई हैं। आखिरी कंट्री जो बची है वो पाकिस्तान है। तो इसको कोई रोक तो सकता नहीं।
वाह।
ठीक है, तो सिर्फ टाइम का मैटर है। जो भी कुछ हो रहा है वो वक्ती है और इसको आपने निकलना है। आप ग्लोबल दुनिया में पहुंच गए हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड हो जाएंगी। जस्ट लाइक आज आप कम्युनिकेशन को कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है, आप वीपीएन लगा के भी बात कर लेंगे अगर आपको कोई रोकेगा। इसी तरह 2 चीजें और फ्यूचर में कंट्रोल नहीं हो पाएंगी, फॉरेन रिलेशंस एंड मनी। वाह। ये भी कंट्रोल नहीं होंगी ग्लोबली। ये कोई भी चाहेगा ये कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकेगा। जिस दिन ये आजाद हो गए तो आप एक ग्लोबल सिटीजन हो जाएंगे और आपका ग्रोथ लेवल कोई भी शख्स जो यूएस में रह रहा है, यूरोप में रह रहा है, सिंगापुर में रह रहा है या दुबई में रह रहा है उसके बराबर हो जाएगा। आपको सिर्फ एक चीज करनी है, आपको हार्ड वर्क करना है, जो पाकिस्तानी मोस्टली नहीं करते, जान नहीं मारते। जो पाकिस्तानी जिसने भी जान मारी है वो दुनिया का टॉप लीडर बना है, दुनिया का। मैं इस रीजन की बात नहीं कर रहा।
शाहिद खान इज द एग्जांपल।
यस, एनीवन एंड एवरीवन जिसने जान मारी है वो दुनिया का टॉप लीडर बना है। पाकिस्तान से बैट्समैन नहीं आते थे, बाबर आजम मेड इट हिस्ट्री। पाकिस्तान से स्क्वॉश प्लेयर नहीं आते थे, जहांगीर खान मेड इट हिस्ट्री। ठीक है, तो यू हैव नंबर ऑफ एग्जांपल्स जो कि फर्स्ट टाइम होता है और इतना इंपैक्टफुल होता है कि दुनिया हैरान रह जाती है। तो मैं समझता हूं कि अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत ज्यादा है पाकिस्तान में, पोटेंशियल बहुत ज्यादा है। आप 2 फ्यूचर की सुपर पावर्स के बीच में बैठे हैं, आपने सिर्फ उनको कनेक्ट करना है, चाइना एंड इंडिया, एंड यू विल मेक मनी। यू विल मेक मनी, अल्टीमेटली यू विल मेक मनी। यू जस्ट नीड टू गेट थिंग्स राइट एट द राइट टाइम। और पाकिस्तान अल्लाह के, मैं उसको बिलीव करता हूं कि ये अल्लाह के राजों में राज है। उसका रीजन ये, वरना ये इस तरह सर्वाइव नहीं कर सकता था। हमने कितने मुश्किल वक्त निकाल लिए और मुझे आगे बहुत अच्छी उम्मीद नजर आती है बिकॉज ऑफ डिजिटलाइजेशन एंड ग्लोबलाइजेशन। कि आज मैं इजाज साहब को भी कह रहा था कि आप ये सारी बुक कोर्सेरा पे क्यों नहीं डालते। आपके 400 बच्चे पढ़ते हैं फास्ट के अंदर, लम्स के अंदर, वो 4 लाख बच्चे दुनिया के पाकिस्तान की सक्सेस स्टोरीज क्यों नहीं पढ़ रहे कोर्सेरा पे? बिकॉज कोर्सेरा अगली यूनिवर्सिटी है। ठीक है, मैं एक और बात भी कहूंगा कि जो बच्चे पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, मैं फॉर्मल एजुकेशन के बहुत सपोर्ट करता हूं बिकॉज वो आपको स्ट्रक्चर में लाती है। मैं खुद 75 कोर्सेज करके बैठा हूं, तो वो आपको स्ट्रक्चर में पॉलिश करती है, वो आपको स्ट्रक्चर में लाती है। मैं फॉर्मल एजुकेशन के बहुत सपोर्ट करता हूं। बट अब मैं ये कहता हूं कि अगर आपके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी है स्टैनफोर्ड की डिग्री लेने की पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए, तो लें। और दूसरी अपॉर्चुनिटी है लम्स की डिग्री लेने की, तो आप बताएं आपको कहां की डिग्री लेनी चाहिए?
डेफिनेटली
स्टैनफोर्ड की। सो स्टार्ट थिंकिंग ग्लोबल। जब आप वो स्टैनफोर्ड की डिग्री लेके पाकिस्तान में काम करोगे तो यहां इंपैक्ट आएगा स्टैनफोर्ड की एजुकेशन का। और ये सारी चीजें, जैसे मैं स्कूल्स की बात कर रहा था कि फ्यूचर में स्कूल्स नहीं होंगे, ये क्योंकि यहां पर ये बिजनेस है, ये बिजनेस खत्म हो जाएगा क्योंकि ग्लोबल स्कूल्स काम कर रहे होंगे।
For sure, and the standard quality for education will be there.
सब चीजें ग्लोबलाइज हो जाएंगी। मैंने आपको कहा है मनी भी ग्लोबलाइज हो जाएगी, बहुत सारी चीजें ग्लोबलाइज हो जाएंगी in future.
Thank you so much, Safi, for such a passionate session of Coffee with CEO.
Thank you so much.
This is the first time ever that I'm feeling that somebody is more passionate than me.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, usually I sum up my Coffee with CEO with 2 learnings or 3 learnings from the people or the CEOs.
Thank you.
From you, number 1 is your belief in impact. This is the first time someone have said it, an impact which we could see after a decade or 2 decades. I think so that impact thing is in your blood and sweat.
Yes.
And number 2, which should be number 1 actually, is your thinking of being global.
Yeah.
Whether you're a student, whether you're an entrepreneur, even if you're working or whatever, if you're doing some sort of research, your idea of going global is actually the solution to everything. So thank you for coming to the show, and I wish good luck to you, and I wish to see your company in more countries near future.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me, yourself and Ijaz Saab. That's an honor for me for inviting me. मैं एज अ इंडिविजुअल माई कंपनी जिस तरह भी आपको किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे सपोर्ट कर सकेगी, वी विल बी मोस्ट वेलकम एंड इंशाल्लाह
we will be launching your Rapoo and Avita in our CEO summit in front of 300 CEOs.
We will definitely work that out. We will definitely work that out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.